Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being part of the Touge challenge that we're doing today, and especially a big welcome to everybody from Europe and who's watching from the other side of the pond, because of course normally all of my live streams are at a time of day where you guys generally can't attend, so I'm happy to be able to do that. I'm just going to get all fired up here and get into the server. We got 12 drivers today. We've got a Mazda Miata, a 180SX, a Fairlady Z, a Kame Skyline, an AE8611, Mitsubishi Starion, a 300Z, an S13 Silvia, a Suzuki Cappuccino, a Toyota Celica Supra, an MR2 AW11, and my SIL 80.
Again, Kame?
Said you guys are on stream now. Say hi to the internet at large.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
What's up, gamers?
We got a pretty good
Gamers.
we got a pretty good turnout today.
A lot better than at least what my message led on. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That's the
indeed.
Mick you're racing, right?
Indeed.
A lot better than Akina.
Yeah, right. Good.
Mick, you're racing, right, Mick?
I am not racing.
What?
We have 13 people, which means I am the odd man out, and I'm okay with that.
We will we'll see here. So I would love to get in maybe one lap before we start. Is that okay with everybody?
I'm cool.
Go for it.
All right.
Some of us are still
already
doing the
laughed.
lap anyway, so.
Yeah. I could use a little warm up. It's always rough to broadcast as well as try to organize. So
You gotta snake through the pits, though.
yeah, I'll find a way.
You gotta put your autocross skills to the test
Oh
in the
boy,
pits.
yeah, for sure. Right on. And don't forget, once we actually start the battle series up, we're going to move into the grid channel and battle channels.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the,
yeah.
in the Discord. You guys should have access to all those, but just a reminder.
Yeah.
All right, so let's cut a lap. This is a Discord exclusive. It is free to enter and everything. However, it's all pre-registered. So once we start it, the best thing to do is to go to the AC Touge channel in the Discord if you want to participate and get in for the next one. We still have 3 more. I believe next up is Ito Hazuka. Oh, my autocross skills are shite. All right, let's do a lap real quick. Let's see if I can do a lap real quick. Oh, I left my stream window up. I can't even see out the side of the car right now. Triple monitors, and one monitor is entirely... There we go. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, we're streaming that. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can put forth a lap. And I also want to test the stream a little bit, make sure everything looks okay. Oh, horrible understeer. But this is just a warm-up lap, and so that is okay. Oh, we got wall there. Not ideal. Lights turned on, because why not? Everybody loves lights. Okay. Here's the part where we have to tiptoe. Use a little... Oops, way too fast. Use a little on brake and throttle at the same time. Don't mind me, I'm very not with it. That was nice, at least. You have to slow down so much on this track, at least with my car. Oh. the setting, the tune that I finally settled upon is oddly slippery, as you can see. And it also understeers. It's a weird mix of, like, it has a very understeery and very oversteery setup if you overdrive it. And when I set my best time from that video from the other night, I was pretty well in the zone and I'd practiced, but I do not start that way. I definitely have to work my way up to that. Although the car seems way less grippy than I remember it being, so that's lovely. Just shift lock around these turns. Hope that helps us get around them a little faster. Nothing like a good warm-up lap. Also helps to remember where the track goes, which I definitely forgot a second ago. Oh, that's a bad time. Did not expect that. And that's the finish. Okay, so we made a lap. Oh, that was poor. That was about 20 seconds slower than 15 seconds slower than what I can actually do. How was the stream? Did everything hold up? Could you guys see it? It was at least not terrible. Cool. Alright. Let me try one more lap. This car is twerking. I don't know what it's up to. Just make sure that I'm not going to completely stuff it as soon as I try to drive. Feeling slightly less bad. Ah, the good old warm-ups. Still a little tight there. A little bit more like it. guardrail front tap there. Always a good sign. Oof. Understeer through that entire turn. Less than ideal. Alright, now this is the part where I have to focus and actually keep the car from coming unstuck. On my line through there for sure. And a little too aggressive right there. Alright, now to the shift locks. Something like that. I need to slow down earlier when I actually go fast through there, though. Okay, we're almost done. Car came unstuck there. I don't know why that was. Tire temps look good. Just gonna have to be more careful. All the guardrails, all the time, baby. There we go, we avoided the wall hit that happened during the replay, or during the video that I uploaded the other day. And oh, I messed up my downshift. Alright, well that'll get us in the 440s, which is roughly where I need to be. Okay, I think I'm warmed up enough. That was kind of a mess, but I think I'm warmed up enough. Oh. Alright. I think we're ready for this. I think we're ready to do this thing. Just gonna pull up the crew here. Alrighty, gentlemen. I guess I'm ready to start this if you are.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
I'm not ready.
2 o'clock. We got a little bit of practice time in. I killed the car every lap that I did. That'll be great.
Oh yeah, you just gotta send it.
Yeah, hashtag professional. Okay.
Very
we'll
professional.
bounce everybody into grid, and I'll be in live stream. Mick, as usual, let me know who's going to be in, then pull the drivers in. That'll give me a second to queue up the cards.
Yeah, so this okay, I will get this sorted real quick, and then I will have to go back to the server. The grid didn't exactly work out as I thought it was, so I'm currently reforming the grid really quick. But all now, so
Okay.
back to the server. So up first is going to be Tenkawa and mine, which is the S13 and the Fair Lady Z.
Gotcha.
We'll drag everybody down now.
S13 and Fair Lady Z will be up first.
Wait.
So, Lady Z. Sylvia S13. And we will, of course, have to get folks past the pits because the pits are pretty busy. Yeah, I can show you guys who's in the cars. That's fine. I'll come over and actually pick up our drivers here. And I will turn off my overlays until a little bit later. So we've got Mind from Street Version, sorry, I can't speak English apparently, in the Fair Lady Z. And then we have got my buddy Pilot Tenkawa from Tokyo in the S13, which is what we're on board with currently. So here's our crew, ready to run the Touge, looking pretty slick.
Mind, you have the current fastest lap. If you want to lead, flash your headlights once. If you want to chase, flash them twice. We're going to do like a running start. Yeah, thankfully we're all on one side.
Indeed.
Okay, so yeah, so if you guys want to keep going back just a little bit further, around that corner. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Trying to get off the wall really quick here.
Yep. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so Grant, you can jump in behind Mind whenever
Yep.
you are in position. Alright, so S13 and 240Z. Alright, so Grant, you want to...
Good enough.
Okay. Hold up a second, Mind. Okay. Alright, I'm guessing both of you guys are ready. Mind, you can just flash your headlights if you want. Okay. Alright, Grant, you good?
Yep, set.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
And here we go. We are off for our first battle. We have got the Fair Lady Z versus the S13. Now, the lead car there is Mind. He's one of our faster drivers by a fair bit. Honestly, he's probably way faster than me as well, but it's always fun to go about it. So we're going to see how we can get started. This is FUJIMI KAIDO, Touge stage number 3 in the KameTrick Touge Challenge. And it's a very popular track that a lot of folks know and love from the Forza series. I didn't get into Forza until Forza 4, which was the last, I think, title to have it, at least for a while. So there's a whole lot of folks that were stoked to see it come out for Assetto on this port. Ruh-roh. That's not a good sign. But there were a whole lot of folks that were stoked to see it get released on this port who really weren't able to play it very much for several years. So it had a lot of fanfare when it came out. It's kind of my first time really running the track very seriously though, and so it has been an interesting learning curve. It doesn't handle quite like anything I've ever driven before. A whole lot of braking zones, a whole lot of off-camber stuff. It's a pretty challenging track. And what I fear for pretty challenging tracks like this is that many of the battles might be decided by driver error, which is entirely possible. But we're going to get through it. We're going to ease into it. As always, we run the grid based on driver time, so we ask our drivers to do solo laps on our server here prior to going out into the competition, and we will basically create a seated bracket where the fastest car is top and the slowest drivers are up first in combat against that, and then the car with the slower time gets to choose whether they want to lead or chase. Then we put everything together and we do our battles. They are done cat and mouse style. So essentially the rules are you start out together, and by the end of the track, if the lead car pulls a gap on the chase car, then the lead car advances. If the chase car maintains the distance as they cross the finish line, or in fact has a pass, and then proceeds to finish ahead, the chase car advances. Yeah, I'm not driving. This is my buddy. I'm not doing that no hand steer technique. Yeah, mind is fast. So he's quick. Is the music dead? I'm just running all my cameras even though I don't need to. Into the hairpin section. I am kind of curious where Mind is at this point. I might try to find him real quick, but I'm going to have to cycle through the drivers to do that. Hey, I got lucky. Wasn't too far. So let's see what Mind's technique looks like here. Using all the track that's available, that's for sure. I like that exhaust on the Fair Lady, where it's a twin tip, but it's vertically oriented instead of horizontal. Hopefully if I make it to battle against Mind later, I'll be in reasonable shape by the time I do. We'll see if I don't manage to throw it away. Yeah, going through the tunnel and getting close to wrapping it up. And there we have our finish. So that is going to wrap up our first battle. We have got the Fair Lady Z advancing through Battle 1. I think I have a key shortcut mapped for that. I don't remember if it works, so let's see. Doesn't seem like it. Whoop. And so, there you have it. Well done. Good start. We are off to a start. Oh snap! I did not realize that. So I just got word in from Mikro, our sort of grid chief and race manager for this, that the S13 driver had a technical issue with his wheel. He lost all of his force feedback, and so it was not able to it was not even able to be remotely competitive. If you're driving with a totally dead wheel, then it's really difficult to tell, because you have no force feedback, you have no G-force, you have no way to know whether you're going really slow or whether you're pushing too hard. So that explains why there was so much difficulty there. That is unfortunate to hear, but that does happen in the world of racing, whether it's in sim or in real life. Mechanical issues, unfortunately, do come and take you out sometimes. Unfortunate, but that I was kind of wondering what was going on there, so I'm glad that it wasn't just bad luck on the driver part in terms of like making a driver error. And yeah, I'm on a Fanatec Club Sport. All right, who's up next?
Alrighty, up next we've got the Mark III Supra and the... trying to remember which car he's in, the 180SX.
Supra and 180SX. Very good.
Or, I'm sorry, Mark II Supra. Got those backwards. Okay, let's grab them really quick.
We'll check out some of the cars that we've got. What a sweet lineup.
Alright.
There we go. Okay, so sideways.
Alright, so right now Micro is going through discussing with the drivers, identifying who had the slower time, and that driver will choose whether they want to lead or chase. And so we're going to get the boys lined up here. Meanwhile, we can enjoy looking at the cars, what we've got. It looks like the 510 made it out today. We've got the Starion, followed by the 180SX, which is backing up to get ready for battle now. A beautiful 300ZX, which is apparently on spinners, because that back wheel is doing funky Assetto mod things. If you aren't familiar with Assetto Corsa mods, you'll definitely find instances where the tires just kind of spin freely when the car is stopped, especially in the pits. Then we've got my Sil 80. And then following it on back, we've got the Kenmary Skyline, the Suzuki Cappuccino, and the AE86 hatch. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the view for our drivers. It looks like the Celica Supra is going to chase, and the 180 is going to be leading. So, we're getting ready to get started. Who do you guys think is going to take this one? We'll find out soon. As no one gets assassinated as we move past all the line of cars. Whew. And right away, this is a track that I think we're going to see a few instances like that right there, where you've got the lead car, which generally sets a faster time, possibly braking earlier and harder than the chase car is expecting. I know for me, when I was working on my time at this course, I found the most gains in actually braking more and braking earlier. It just set me up a lot better because these are deceptively tight turns, and it's easy to understeer the car through them as we move through our first couple of battles. Already the 180 is opening up a nice lead. This section that we're looking at right now, there was a very fast part of the track, so if you get a good exit, you can really make a lot of ground on your competition. Coming around the first turn. Now I'm not going to be using the aerial like TV cameras quite as much during this particular challenge, because I've observed that this map has a couple of areas with a waterfall and running water, and it's very cool. But the camera is positioned very closely to the audio source for those, so they are quite loud, and unfortunately it makes it pretty rough to listen to. So we're going to keep it kind of mellow here. riding on board with the Celica Supra, and already that 180 is just about out of sight. Little guardrail kiss there. There's the waterfall that I was talking about, just at the top of the screen. Alright, so you gotta go. Alright, well, good to see you for a little bit. How do you do Touge? It's mostly a matter of learning the tracks and going slow until you do. It's a lot harder to just send it on the Touge and have it work out well, because there's no room for error, there's no runoff whatsoever, and it's a long course, unlike a circuit where usually a lap is like 1 or 2 minutes. So it's difficult to put those TV cams out. It's difficult to make everything work out well if you don't learn the track slowly and then build your speed up slowly. I feel like on a circuit you have a lot of open corners, you can see where everything is, and so you definitely have to, you can attack a lot harder without having any major issues. As we're riding along through one of the chicanes, a dangerous part where you can carry a lot of speed if you want to take some risk, but also an area that's easy to mess up. There's that waterfall. We're not going to be listening to that noise. See how the drivers handle the hairpin. Calmly and patiently, the opposite of how I handle it, where I just try to send it as hard as I can and probably mess up. I'm really looking forward to our next battle stage, which is Ito Hazuka, where we are going to see all the hairpin practice. And hopefully my technique for attacking those will pay off. We shall see. Let's see if I can't find the 180 real quick. I want to see how that's going. Here we are. Good progress so far, no sign of our chase driver. It looks like this is going to quite possibly be a runaway victory for our vehicle. I love how the audio on different cars is louder. So I've got to be careful to talk louder. One of the things we didn't balance, we balanced the power, we balanced the handling. Of course, it's impossible to do it perfectly on your first go, but we made an effort to get him close. But one thing we didn't think about balancing was the volume. And so, that is our second battle. Madiri, thank you for the feedback. I wish I could up the bitrate, but unfortunately, well, A, I don't think I can change it while I'm streaming, but B, my network connection is not the greatest, so unfortunately this is about the most I can do. At least it's daylight for these battles. Alright, so that has got... Our winner is 180SX, well done. Stefan, that is a good idea. I do run OBS Studio. Put a limiter on the game audio source to minimize some of the cars having hotter audio. That is a solid suggestion. I may have to do that. I haven't used as many filters as I probably should learn how to use. So if I say the threshold is like -5 decibels, then it's probably going to keep it from getting any louder than that, right? That sounds legit. We'll give that a try. We'll see what that does. It may not do anything. Trying to get a sense for what level of volume I usually have anyway as far as the game audio goes. Touge drifting. When it's my turn to run, you will see some drifting. It's maybe not the fastest, but I can't not. So there will be a little bit of sideways action, at least in the hairpins. Outside of that, one of the reasons I actually am doing this Touge series is because I wanted to be able to learn more Touge roads. And the best way to learn a Touge road, in my opinion, is to grip race it. And then, like, it's just a safer, less frustrating way to learn the track, basically. So the more that I go, the more that I'll be able to bring back drift videos. What's up, Mick?
Alrighty, so up next we've got the Starion chasing and the Trueno leading.
Alright.
Starion chasing, Trueno leading.
Very good. We'll get them queued up here.
Doritos, it is possible to join. If you are in the Discord server, just shoot me a DM. It should be pretty easy to find me because I'm usually posting somewhere or another about some nonsense or another. So, or just find me in the people list. I'm usually always online. So shoot me a DM if you're in the Discord, and we can get it worked out. Okay. Alrighty, we will get them going in just a second here.
Sounds good. And then, Alex, to answer your question, I am running a JDM Maziora wheel, so I don't know if you can really see it. I'm checking my camera now to see if it'll show it. The light source is all in one spot, so it's probably not going to change as we are off, but I'm running a Maziora wheel that I found. It was on my 8.6. And it basically is a color shift wheel. Wow! That was wild. Immediately a pass. I'm not even sure what happened just then, but yikes! So the Starion is immediately out into the lead due to I'm not sure what. The Mitsubishi gods are fierce on this mountain. No idea what happened there. But yeah, it's color shift wheel. I've had a couple viewers let me know of their thoughts on it, and theory is that it's a brand maybe by Moko Moko. It's actually not marked, so it's hard to tell exactly what it is. Yeah, that was a gnarly overtake. I actually was still kind of responding to chat, so I didn't see very clearly what happened, to be perfectly honest. As far as finding the cars, so this Touge Challenge series is a Discord exclusive, and you can pre-register. And for those who actually drive and turn laps on the server and everything, you can get access to the vehicles, but it's only for competitors. They're effectively sort of a private pack. However, all of the cars are actually public cars, which we have just modified the tune and detuned them, basically made them slower and balanced the traction and handling a little bit to where they're relatively competitive amongst one another. So while we don't give out the cars to anybody other than drivers, we do, like, if you search Assetto Corsa Mitsubishi Starion, you will find the public version, and the public version's better anyway, so go support those, you know, creators who did the work of porting it in. Yeah, the quick release is just something that came with the whole rest of the kit, and actually because I built this sim rig and I'm using a bucket seat, it's already hard to get in and out of, so I'm actually pretty happy with this purchase. We're gonna ride on board the Starion for a little bit. A little bit of a heavier car, but this is a very stiff and bumpy track, so it very well could be that a heavier car is the way to go, because it's going to be able to absorb some of those bumps and on surface irregularities. Doing well here as we come through one of the tight sections. Well done. Oh, we've got that stupid waterfall sound effect. And it suddenly switched to my view. That sucks. Yikes, the 8.6 is seen better days. Unfortunately, that was a pretty severe wipeout, I'm afraid. But you never know. Anything is possible when it's an 8.6 on the Touge. Maybe there will be a comeback. We shall see. Oof. And that's why we do this in the simulator, and not so much with the real cars. Uncracked dash, though. That's mint. Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but this was our driver who set the faster time. And that's why our chase driver was the one who got to pick whether they wanted... Well, actually, it may not be. No, it may not be. That's true. It's not always the chase car. They just get to choose. So maybe it's not. But we are getting through it. Let's see if we can figure out where the Starion is at. Coming around one of the last couple of turns, towards the end. Meanwhile here, actually not, maybe super far behind. So right about now is where the Starion was at. I don't think we're going to be able to see a challenge unless the Starion driver has an issue. But you'll get a sense for it right here as we come up under the bridge. And the bridge should be coming into sight just around this turn. There it is. So still pretty close, all things considered. But yeah, as to start, it's definitely a difficult time. As we can see, the Touge is a cruel, cruel mistress. So that is going to have our winner, the Starion. And there you have it. Alex found the name of the rim, Mocha Mocha Chameleon. There you go. That's what I've heard. But it's literally unmarked. There's nothing, not even a number string on it for me to know. Something to look up. Otherwise, I would definitely try to identify its origin. But just like all the best wrestlers, it's from parts unknown. Alright, we're going to wait and see who's up next. Kame Maka confirmed. Alright, we'll have Mick in here in just a moment, and we will see who's up next.
Alrighty, so up next we are going to have the Ken Marie and the 11.
Ken Marie and the 11.
I'm really quick and get them figured out, and we will be underway.
Sounds like a plan. Just gonna get these cars queued up. It may not add a lot of production value for you guys, but I do try to put the cars up on screen. I think that's a nice little touch that I can give. I guess I don't need my wheel in the way here, so I'm gonna sit back and relax as I await my turn. I had a pretty decent time on this track, even though I didn't make too many laps, so I'm kind of inconsistent. We'll see how that works out for me. when we get into my battles, but I should be coming up soon, so that's exciting. Stream looks better than most, thank you. Appreciate that. KSS, thank you for your videos teaching about drifting. Hey, I appreciate that. I do my best. I do my best. But today we're enjoying some of that Touge life. We've got the Sylvia. We've got the 300Z. Everybody's got their KT stickers on. Some stuff that I need to release in the real world, because they do exist. I just don't have my online store set up just yet. Take a look at the cars. So we've got the 180SX in white. We've got the Starion in pink with the anime girls on it. Each driver gets to pick their own liveries. We've got a pretty basic design from Shadow and the 300Z. He does have a little Easter egg on the side there, Shadow Realm Garage. That is his Discord. We've got the 510. I don't know if the 510 has any unique markings on it or not. HKS.
Yeah, I'm just in that to keep my. So for some reason, my MR2 spawns on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, bummer.
So I had to grab a different card to not spawn in the middle of everybody, so I can work my cameras and stuff still.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so we've got the Ken Marie leading, and the Levin is chasing.
All right, so we're gonna see how this goes. And actually, Mick, after this battle, if you wouldn't mind, we can tee up the drivers, but let's have just a short intermission, just a few moments.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Cool. All right, so we've got our next battle ready. It is the Ken Marie Skyline, also known as the C110, versus the AE86 Levin. And fun fact about the Ken Marie Skyline: the reason it's called Ken Marie or Ken Mary is because in Japan, when these cars came out, there was an advertising series about them, and it was basically about this couple, Ken and Mary, who went out in their Skyline for nice drives or for dates and stuff like that. And so it became known in the culture as Ken and Mary's Skyline, because they were like the people that you would see with the car when you were watching ads for it, sort of like the Geico Lizard, you know, like you just recognize the characters. So there's your trivia for the stream. And we have got a very quick Levin applying the pressure early to the Skyline. This is one of the good potential braking zones because it's a very fast section of the track, but one of the challenges of being the chase driver is that it's pretty difficult to actually get around and pass when a driver that's ahead of you brakes in a time that you don't expect, or you know, out of sync with what normally works for you. It can be pretty difficult to adapt. So that is a challenge in and of itself, even if you can set a faster time without anyone in front of you. But look at that proximity, wow. Possibly going around the outside there. We're now on board with Yeager, who is driving our Ken and Mary Skyline. Honestly, I think that the 8.6 Levin is one of the faster cars in our pack, just like pound for pound and everything. So it's going to be a challenge to keep hold of. We'll see. That is a close battle for sure. Here with our Levin driver. This is not a public pack, unfortunately, but all the cars are in a public. All the cars are public. They're just not in a pack. We have modified them for the event. So if you want that Ken Mary Skyline, for example, if you search Assetto Corsa Ken Mary Skyline, you can find it. If you search Assetto Corsa 8611, you can find it. It may take a little extra work. I'm not going to be able to do all that work for everybody, but these were public cars, which we were then either allowed to or just couldn't make contact with the original makers. So more or less allowed to tweak them for our purposes. But I always want folks, if you're not driving in this series, to just support the original creators and use their like full cars, which are actually faster anyway compared to these. We've detuned these to represent sort of 1980s Japan or 1990s, early 90s Japan, like weekend warrior Touge hobbyists is more or less the vibe that I'm going for with this content. It is close indeed. Now remember, we're doing cat and mouse runs, and as a result, the chase car does not have to pass in order to win. Right now, the chase car effectively has the advantage because if they are able to maintain this proximity when we cross the finish line, they will be considered the victor here. So it's really up to the Skyline driver to be able to make something happen here, or possibly hope that the 11 driver has a mistake. Oh, that's what caught me out when I was going through this section as well. So if you guys saw my FUJIMI KAIDO Touge Run video where I uploaded one of my solo runs, it was actually practicing for today, and I ended up having a little bit of difficulty with that same spot of the course, just carrying a hair too much speed. And at this point, I feel pretty confident that the 11 driver is not interested in making a pass. They're just going to take the safe and steady route to a victory in the chase position. So well done to both our drivers. Good driving, nice and clean. Everybody cleared the track. Well done. Alright, we will pop the results up on screen, but you guys already know how it is. That victory goes to our 11 driver. So congratulations. Well done. I am going to take a brief intermission. The stream will continue, and I'm going to pop up some good old-fashioned Be Right Back stuff for you guys to enjoy. It will just take me a moment.
Okay, so that one went to the 11. He held it all the way to the end, so 11 will be moving forward.
There we go. Thank you for your patience during that brief intermission. All right.
Looked under the hood
I'm
of
back.
your.
We're ready to roll
Free-
whenever.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep, real short. Ooh, Psycho-Ease, I love this part, is when I light up, if you know what I mean. No worries, I'll pass it. Right on, brother. Alright, we're just going to get our next set of drivers queued up. See who we've got. See if anybody is lined up. That is a negative. It's alright, well, let's do a little bit more enjoying looking at these beautiful cars. Although it's kind of distracting, the fact that mod cars on mod tracks sometimes boogie and jive a little bit when you're not actually driving, just in the pits. This Cappuccino is a fun one. I honestly kind of wished that it would be my car to drive in this series, but I ended up not trying to compete for it in the end. Even though it's actually very quick, it's also just a handful. And it's kind of a small car. You'll see the driver's helmet actually sticks through the carbon fiber roof, so that's exciting. And it's
Alrighty.
moonwalking,
Are you ready?
too.
You're up next against Mind.
I'm up next. Oh God, against Mind? Yikes! All right. Yeah, I'll get ready. Let's see. Let me pull up the captions and we'll see. Well, this is the battle I'm down to have. It'll be fun.
Honestly, you guys aren't that far off. I mean, it's Touge time is kind of hard, but considering it's so dynamic. But there's only 5 seconds between your guys' best laps, so.
Right. That's both a lot and not a lot, depending on the
yep.
run.
That is one good rub of the guardrail or a wall or.
I'll make sure I do that. Alright, so we need a 240Z and we need a SIL 80 on screen here. Always fun to drive against people faster than you, though. That is how we improve. The question is, do I want to chase or do I want to lead?
So Mind has the faster time and he's going to lead.
He's going to lead. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to pull that up on screen. I'm going to load up my map apps as well. And folks watching, I'm going to get quiet for a little bit because I'm going to be in voice with the other driver and I'm not trying to distract them. So we are going to have Micro queue us up once I get in position and we'll go from there.
Yep, and then basically just back up the road a little bit, right around that first bend before pits, and
I hope I have enough fuel in the car for... I think I probably do. Alright.
alrighty. Mind flash your headlights if you're ready. Sweet. Alrighty. Kame, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, that would have been on par with my fastest time from the video, but when somebody's better, they're just better. And I'm out of gas.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. I'll make it across the line. We're going. We're going. And we made it.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you call fuel efficient tuning. Good run, mine.
Yeah, that was a good run, guys.
I was happy to keep up for most of it.
Alrighty, so up next we are going to have Shadow and Sideways, which is going to be the 300ZX and the 180SX.
300Z and 180SX. Right on. We'll get them queued up. Okay, I'm back to my live stream channel. Very good. Yes, that was a tough time, but it's all good. So, for the most part, yeah, Mind is just a faster driver than me, and that's fine. I'm glad not to be the fastest person in any group that I'm in. I don't like being the best drifter in any group that I'm in either, because I can learn from those other drivers. Even if they don't, like, verbally give me advice, just by watching, I'm able to learn different things. So, yeah, it was a good clean run. And we'll see if the gents can get backed up here. We'll look at the big mountain while we wait. There we go. Scoping out the Shadow Realm Garage 300ZX. And some plants. There we go. So this will be our next battle. Queuing it up right now, 180SX versus 300Z. Yeah, Matsuri, I drive the fastest way I can figure out how to drive the car that I've got. I know objectively the drifting is slower, but there are moments where it is the best thing that I'm able to do in the moment. These Touge cars are all based on publicly available cars. If you search Assetto Corsa and then car name, you will find it. Look in the description of the video for a recap of what I just said there. But otherwise, these exact ones that we're using and the pack that we use for our pre-register only drivers are not public because we have tweaked them to be competitive. Alright, so we are following our 300Z and 180SX, a classic battle here. It's always nice to get to watch these two cars. I remember wondering what was going to be the difference and naturally thinking, well, the bigger one is going to be better, right? It's got more power, it's got a bigger motor. But we'll have to see whether or not that proves true today as we ride on board with Shadow. It does sound really good, V6 motor. Now, because these cars are detuned a bit to represent more budget times, you know, when not everybody had 600 wheel horsepower cars and stuff, the 300 is not actually the twin turbo version because it would just be too quick, at least in a straight line. But here we do have some very close competition. Oh, and the 180 went wide. Shadow's going to go for it on the outside. We'll see. Yep, he's able to do the switcheroo. And get the pass. That was a smooth, clean pass. Well done. A little bit bold. You know, a little intimidating, but Well done to Shadow. So now we've got to see how that works out. It looks like it's not a good day to be an S chassis because at this moment it is looking like all 3 S chassis are going to get knocked out pretty early on. Oh no! Drop an F in the chat. That has happened to me when I was learning this track. Yikes. Unfortunate. This was a really close battle up until that tiny mistake just got caught out by a few pixels of guardrail. And unfortunately, that is probably all that it's going to take to bring this race to a conclusion. But we'll continue to ride on board and we'll see. You never know, the lead driver can make a mistake as well, and that could cause the gap to close. Anything is possible on the Touge. It takes just one messed up braking zone, like the same thing happened to me on the last turn. I'd already gotten too far behind to have any hope of catching mine at that time. However, if we were still neck and neck, that would have been that. Even on the very last turn, it could still decide everything. The Ito Hazuka battles are going down, it'll be in September, maybe around the 15th of September. It's about a month away. I'm trying to do one battle every 5 or 6 weeks. So not so frequent, unfortunately, I just have a lot going on. We are close. I do think that our 180SX driver made up the gap a little bit, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. Pedro, what is up? The mod in the thumbnail, that is a Skyline C110. Yeah, this is not a public event, so the car pack is not public, even if you find the server. Unfortunately, it's a Discord exclusive, as it says in the video description. So if you are interested, join the Discord and inquire in AC Touge channel for our next event. But you do have to participate. We don't just give the pack out for fun, unfortunately. That said, if you want to find any one car, like our question from Pedro, the car in the thumbnail is the C110 Skyline. And if you want to find it, Google search Assetto Corsa C110 Skyline, and you should be able to find it, because everything that you see here is a mod of a public mod, and we just made it for this this little shindig that we have going on. So that victory goes to our 300ZX. Well done. Good job, Shadow. And overall, that was fairly clean running. Just one little mistake making all the difference. We'll see who we've got up next. Judging by what's happening on the hill here, I think it's time for the battle of David and Goliath. We've got the Suzuki Cappuccino lining up, and the Starion going right after.
Alrighty, so we got the Cappuccino leading and the Starion chasing.
Cappuccino leads and Starion chases. Roger that. I want to use here. So we'll get him pulled up on screen. We've got our Starion going up against the Cappuccino. What do you think? We've got one big, pretty heavy car, and we've got one small, light street weapon. The Cappuccino is actually one of our faster cars in a straight line, just because of its sheer size, and maybe a mysterious function of the balancing process for these cars. But we are off on a start. Look at that. The Cappuccino would literally fit inside of the Starion. Sliding Snake, yes, absolutely. So I really endeavored to scour the internet and put together a list of some of the most unique vehicles that I could find. So cars that we've got, and unfortunately some of them are not in attendance today, but some of our more unique cars. We've got a Datsun 510, we've got an AW11 first gen MR2, we've got an RX3, we have got a Celica Supra. I don't think the Celica Supra driver is here either. So yeah, we definitely have worked hard to try and assemble some interesting cars that are going to look really cool. That looked bad for a second, but I think it was a minor spike of lag on my stream. It looked like he was going straight for the wall. So predictably, the tiny Cappuccino is off to a great start, trying to run away from the Starion. The question is going to be, can he keep it clean? Because the car has such a light weight and a small wheelbase that it floats pretty easily, especially on a bumpy track like FUJIMI KAIDO. It's got a few bumpy sections where you come up over these little hills, and a car with so little weight is pretty easy to have some challenging stuff happen to you. So we'll see here how you can do drifting through the turns. Drifting through the turns again. What a handful. This little rocket. I also want to invite you guys, if you haven't already, to please drop a like and help YouTube algorithm push this Touge content out to even more drift fans. Oh my goodness. There it is. That was some like WWF quality action there. We had the Cappuccino go into the wall after running wide on a turn, and it looked like the Starion was using the Cappuccino as a reference for when to accelerate. Perfectly normal, but slammed right into him immediately afterwards and managed to end up ahead after all was said and done. So a little bit dicey, but that's where we're at. Oh, and the Cappuccino sending it up the inside and bouncing off of that Starion tank like nothing happened. Can't say I blame him for trying that. May not have been quite the easiest time to do it. It's so easy to carry just a little too much speed in as you try to make something happen when you're in that situation. And so now the chase is on. We've still got probably 2/3 of track left to go, and we're going to have to see how this shakes out. Can the lightweight, superior cornering speed of the Cappuccino, if the driver can keep his head after having been passed, catch back up and then create an opportunity to pass on the Starion? Because unlike a lot of our battles, there's not much of a gap here. This is probably the closest, with my battle against mine and the Fair Lady Z being second closest here at this point in the track. But it's hard not to try too hard as you're pushing to make up ground and only end up further behind. Druxy, what is up? Doing well, doing well. Yeah, the Cappy definitely took a pretty hard hit there. cutting in just a hair too early, which is going to hurt. Down for our last straightaway, and unless something big happens on these last couple of turns, that's going to be that. Got caught out by that crest on the hill. The car becomes unweighted as it crosses the hill, and it makes it become unstable under braking. So, that is going to be that. That battle goes to our Starion. Well done. And a fairly clean battle, a little bit difficult, but yeah, the cappuccino was going really aggressively, as you have to do when you have gotten yourself into a difficult situation. So another good battle done in the FUJIMI KAIDO KameTrick Touge Challenge. This is the third stage in our 6-stage series that we're doing for this season. Up next is Ito Hazuka. I'm not sure the order after that. At some point we have Usui and somewhere else. It's leaving me at the moment, but that's going to be a fair bit in the future. If you enjoy Touge content, because normally I do drifting on this channel, but if Touge is something that you really enjoy, then I recommend that you scope out my Touge playlist. You can definitely give a couple of likes and views to my previous video where I actually posted my fastest lap from my SIL 80 there, which was a 4:38, which I think is what Mind and I ran. He probably ran a 4:36 that lap, so pretty close. But you can see me running that in a much more clean fashion, and basically, as I do Touge content, if it performs well, there will be more of it. If it performs mediocre, I may just keep it at the current pace. So you have an opportunity to provide input and kind of leave your vote for that content as well by checking it out as it drops on the channel periodically. Who's up next, Mick?
It is me and Naraku. So my MR2 AW11 and his 11.
Oh man, I'm so glad that you're going to be cutting a lap.
That makes one of us.
I know how you feel. Naraku is very quick.
Oh man, is he fast. It's okay. It's all in good fun.
Exactly.
All in good fun.
I know the fans will
I
be
just
happy.
have to, I'm in kind of a weird predicament right now because I have to switch cars and leave the server and rejoin the server and reload my tune and get my life together and...
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
All because the pit spawns are super janky.
We can't just drive forward a little bit and then park your MR2 when you're doing the cams?
So with the spectating, you have to be, or to be able to switch the cameras around and whatnot, you have to be in your pit stall. If you're outside of your pit stall, at least I've not figured out how to switch your view between different people, because I do it all through the leaderboard menu.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So, little bit weird, little bit janky, but yeah, I will drag us up, and you will be able to count us off.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so Naraku, you want to lead or chase since you have the faster of the two?
I didn't set a time though.
Oh no, you didn't. Okay. Oh boy, I forgot about that.
Somebody else is driving that car, I guess.
Okay, I will lead.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Great starts. Grinding my way down the wall.
Yeah, me too.
So Naraku, are you going to be making a blind run?
What do you mean?
Like
Because
that-
I haven't practiced?
Yeah. Or have you
Yeah,
practiced?
I got like 20 minutes before the start of the event.
Oh, excellent. Well, you're doing things KameTrick style, so welcome.
Alright, Mick, you ready?
I'm ready. On your count, Kame.
Alrighty, gentlemen, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Send it. And like the true drift gentleman that I am hopping out of the voice chat where the drivers are so I can offer commentary of the run without completely distracting both of them. Now we have got Mick in the AW11 and Naraku in the AE8611 afterwards. Now the AW11 is a pretty awesome little car. It has got the 4AGZE supercharged, factory supercharged motor in it, and then the 11 behind has got the regular 4AG with the 16 valve. So technically the MR2 ought to, if this were real life anyway, have a fair bit more punch on these straightaways and on corner exit, but it also makes it pretty difficult to keep that car sorted, as you will probably see. Plus it's a midship, and midships have their own sort of specialty driving style that you have to give. Checking out the cams on this car, and it looks like most of them are literally in the floor, so that's kind of amusing. We're just going to hang out here. And I'm going to try to pull up Naraku's view and see what kind of cams that 11 has on it. Oh, so close! Very tight driving here. And he is alongside, but he's on the outside, so at best he's going to have to see if he can't come around and do a switch. Mikro does not fall for that, which is not a surprise. Good racing going on here. Stacked up as we go through one of the faster and more difficult sections of the track. Look at this, what a battle. This is what we came to see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be able to use that camera because the stream right here, not the live stream, the actual body of water over there is quite loud. Oh, was that a little bump? I think that was a little bump. And MR2 things ensue. So we're going to give a little bit of space, which is sort of our gentleman's rule. If you tap somebody, it's your fault if you're in the chase position, so you cannot proceed with any sort of an overtake or take advantage of a bump that you caused. Yeah, the 11 is ready for the overtake. Having a good time. Magic tricks ensuing as well, as the MR2 literally disappears from the windscreen of the 11. That is, that's how we get that Takumi zone from Initial D, I guess. I can just see right through the lead car. There we go. That'll be a little bit better looking. 4A sounds and talented driving. Exactly. That is what makes the world go round. So yep, we've got the 11 versus the supercharged MR2 first gen. Ooh. A little bit of a costly mistake there, this late in the track. It looks like our 11 driver is just slightly faster all around. Or maybe his car is gripped up, because he definitely didn't take what I thought would be the fastest line there. But he did not seem to have too much trouble keeping up. And we are almost to the exit. Somebody mess up, this is going to be close to call. Oh man, That was a close one. That was a close one. Well done,
That was
gentlemen.
almost a personal best for me.
That was good running. Well done, guys.
That one goes to Naraku hands down. That was killer.
It does.
Super pucker moment, but that was all good.
Sorry for the push on that before the
Oh
hairpin.
no, it's all good.
You pulled out a lead close to the end there. It was it could have gone either way for a minute, but he managed to reel it back in just at that last couple turns.
Okay. Time to do some super weird janky stuff and switch cars again so I can get back to spectating people properly.
Nick, have you tried Control Numpad 1 and 3?
I have not. I think somewhere along the line I might have unbound those.
What?
That's what I'm using for my cameras.
Oh, is that what you use?
Yep. I ended up
Okay.
rebinding it to like Control arrow key left and right just to be easier to reach with one hand, but
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look into the buttons because I don't have any clue what I ended up doing with them.
okay. If it's default, it should be the numpad buttons with Control. But you do what
Oh
you
my
need
God.
to do. It's not a problem.
Come on, game. Let's pedal a little faster here.
I'll
That's
just
pretty
stay in
fun.
the battle channel until you get everybody queued up.
Yep. Actually, hold up 1 second. Up next, we are going to have Mind and Shadow.
Oh, that'll be a good battle.
Yes, Mind and Shadow. So 240Z versus 300Z.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good race.
another classic one.
The biggest boy versus one of the smaller boys. Alrighty, I will drag them in real quick.
Chat is stoked about that battle too.
Alrighty, Shadow, Mind, you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Alrighty, Mind, you've got the faster of the 2 laps. Do you want to lead or?
Okay, I'm gonna hop out of their voice chat again so I can speak freely, candidly even. Make sure that I'm not the distraction that everybody knows I am. Look at the Cappuccino stunting. I don't know what exactly he's up to, but his car is spawning in broken. So we now have a K donk on the stream. I'm not really sure why, but it's super amusing. I'm gonna have to DM. Is that JT? I'm gonna have to DM and say, hey man, you might have to bounce out and come back in because I don't know what's up with your pit slot. Sometimes these things happen, but that's okay. That's the sort of quality entertainment that you want to see on one of these streams. We're going to queue up our camera angles here. And we're off. We have got an epic battle. A 240Z Fair Lady versus a 300ZX. This is a classic. Here we go. What do you guys think? Who's going to win? What have you got your money on? So the Fair Lady driver is the one who bested me. And I'm probably in the top quarter of our drivers. Like, I'm fairly quick within our group. And then the 300 driver is pretty close as well. I think on this track I'm a little faster than Shadow, but not by a lot. We usually have some really fun battles when we get together. Right now it is certainly quick. As we roll into one of the first fast braking zones of this track, both drivers getting sideways. And Mind's doing a good job in the 240Z of keeping it under control. That was a dangerous amount of steering angle for his car. These cars do not have drifting kits on them, so if you get much more sideways than that, it will be unrecoverable, just like in real life. There we go, there's a nice cam hairpin turns here. Oh, and Mind is quite possibly going for it. Getting up alongside in a braking zone. The 300 has the inside line. But it could go either way, as who's got the inside now reverses. And it reverses again. This is an amazing battle. Mind getting into the wall a little bit. Shadow coming through. Holy crap. Gentlemen. Amazing stuff. And Mind gets through after like 5 turns. Oh my goodness. That was wild, gentlemen. So we're now going to come on board for Shadow in the 300Z, and we're going to see what happens. I know that when you are able to make a pass, it is pretty distracting for the driver who was formerly in the lead, and it can make them try pretty hard to catch up. So we're going to have to see if everybody can keep their head together, drive well. Glare on the windshield too. I never understood why mod creators made dirty windshields. I mean, if you can't make it get progressively dirtier over the course of a race and have some way to clean it, then like on a pit stop, I'm not really about it, but that's just me. So, meanwhile, Mind is getting into the zone now that he's got clear track ahead in that Fairlady Z and is making his way forward. Despite the fact that Shadow is doing a really clean run, it's just very quick. Man, that was a wild passing battle there. They were side by side for a while. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. That was amazing. Support these drivers. Cheer on your faves, because that was too cool. It looks, though, like Mind is getting away with it. We're right on board with him for a little bit as we come through really the last couple of turns. We've got the bridge. Oops, that will be the wrong button. I was trying to do a really smooth camera angle shift over here, but not quite that smooth. And there you go. We've got that final battle. So you guys know the results. That is a victory for our 240Z. Well done. That was tough. And we are back.
Okay, so up next is going to be the Starion and the Levin.
Starion versus Levin. Alright, very good. What do you guys think about this battle? The Toyota AE86 Levin versus the Starion. I have learned over the course of the stream that our Levin driver does not have a whole lot of practice on this track, so that may prove to be an opportunity for our Starion driver. But I also know that our Levin driver is one of our faster drivers as well. Like I said, we've got 20 cars. We don't manage to let schedules line up for all 20 of our drivers, but we have 20 cars in this potential lineup, and I would say that I'm probably the Levin, the Fairlady Z driver from today, myself, probably Shadow, and another gentleman are probably in the top 5. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go as we pull back the slingshot and get these guys ready to rocket down the mountain. Meanwhile, in chat, we got some good conversation going on here about car recommendations. So I think if you're interested in Touge, Touge Workshop has some vehicles. A lot of times you just have to search one off for cars. You know, if you see something that you like on YouTube or on somebody's channel, just Google search Assetto Corsa and then car name. You might be able to search Touge as well. Yeah, what's up?
As soon as we got them in position, the 11 is going to be leading and the Starion will be chasing.
All right.
We are now down to the final semifinal battle.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so one more after this, and we will have our winners.
Very good. Dig that license plate. Say no to Lego. Say yes to anime. Alright, we are getting ready to send him. Here we go. We've got the 11 versus the Starion, with the 11 in the lead. And the early part of this track is pretty slow, and I feel like it's a track where you have more to lose than you do to gain. So far we haven't seen many of our drivers pushing all that hard as we go through the start of this battle, and straight away the 11 is just a rocket. So our driver in that car has taken a risk and really is pushing hard to try and get through and open up a gap, which he has effectively done. Like I said, the 11 driver is also one of our quicker competitors, and so I do think that it's going to be advantage to our 11 driver. Oh, the raspiness, it sounds good. But so far, the 11 is nowhere to be seen. The ghost of FUJIMI KAIDO. Let's see if we'll catch a glimpse of the 11 through here. We do not. Wow, he's making tracks. Absolutely ghosting us. Alright, let's see how far ahead the 11 driver is. Already in the tunnel, and our Starion is just now in the tunnel, so that is a pretty significant advantage early on here, drifting into the turn a little bit and then falling into understeer. That is my problem on that corner. As we wait for the camera to refresh any second now. Oh, we've got the lovely stream, body of water with water noises. One of these days I'll learn how to mod just so I can delete stuff like that, because the TB cams on this track are okay, they're not great, but they do add a lot of atmosphere when we're able to use them. We're coming right on board. Watch some of the steering work of our 11 driver. keeping it fairly clean, but still definitely driving on the edge. Not making too many mistakes, but also not resting on his laurels here, despite that he's got a pretty strong advantage at this point. Alright, so I'm really looking forward to our next battles at this point. Based on what we're seeing so far, we should have a nice, tight, final battle as we move through here. Oof. I have hit that wall before. That is one of those areas that when you're really in the zone and everything's flowing, if you don't have the track perfectly memorized, it's easy to miss. Find yourself in that wall. And meanwhile, here comes our Starion. Unfortunately, left in the dust a little bit. And Naraku sets a 4:39. So technically, I would have been able to keep up with that if I was having a really good run, but that was quick, because my best is a 4:38. And we'll go back up to the top of the mountain. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to our recent subscribers as well. Good Squirrel, Stefan Reinbrandt, Jason H, Hakun Suzanne, Zerziz Badula, Eup Baha Alomari, OG Dad, nice, Ralph Kinsey, Trevor Addy, KSS Creations, and 4AM as well. Welcome and thank you for subscribing, for sending it, and joining the KameTrick Drift crew. So that victory goes to our AE 8611.
Alrighty, so we are now down to the 11 versus the 240Z. And Mind will be chasing and Naraku will be leading.
Okay.
So that is the 240Z chasing, 11 leading.
Very good. We are down to our final two drivers. The best of the best today on this track. After rolling the dice, we have got the AE8611 and the Fair Lady Z Nissan versus Toyota. You guys have had the opportunity to see both of these drivers take to the track and execute some good racecraft, some excellent lines, good speed maintenance, as well as some solid, exciting battles. So, who do you think is going to take it? Who are you rooting on? 240Z or 8611? It is time for the showdown. That's right, Uhu Psychoese. I am playing some background music. It moves, you know, in and out. So some songs may be a little easier to hear than others, especially the ones that sort of blend in with my natural baritone. Alright, so we're gonna get our camera angles all sorted out here. We'll have the gents line up and go to it. Stefan asks, do I have previous battle streams as well? I sure do. Yes, so this is our third series that our third video in this series. So we've already run Mount Akino, and we've already run Mount Mikagi, and we did Haruna Grid as one of our early ones, which was not in these cars. Indie Mix, what is up? Finally made it into a stream. Welcome. Yeah, I do a little less than once a month. I do a Saturday morning live stream. Usually it's Touge battles. At some point I may do a drift stream as well. It just really depends on my schedule. But here we are. Off to a good start. This is our finals that you're catching. We're down to our fastest 2 drivers. And it looks like mine may have gotten saved by that guardrail a little bit, being kind. 11 is opening up a gap as we move down the first part of the track. So the question will be, who can keep it clean, who can keep their head together? That's going to determine who we have as a victor. I'll be looking forward to seeing what kind of time these gentlemen set. And the Z is caught back up. But getting a little offline, so it'll be interesting to see. Both of these drivers have solid ability to control their cars and recover. You see the 8.6 in drift through that turn, but still managing to stay pretty well on the race line and not ending up in a compromised position for the next turn. So it's great to see drivers of this high level doing what they do. Gear limited there, which I know that's struggle. Gearing is not tunable on these cars for the series. You have what you have, so it can be a little bit difficult to make the most of it. That might have been a little guardrail tap as well. We're seeing some real pushing here as these cars are both on basically 90s tires. Very close. And now we come into the 4 consecutive hairpins. Where it looks like the Z might have a little bit of an advantage. But it's too dangerous to try to pass here, so all you can do is see if the other driver makes a mistake, and otherwise continue to apply pressure. Ah, man, very close. Very close battle here. Presently, it looks like mine in the Fair Lady Z has slightly got the advantage, but it's not by much. We see the 8.6 open up a little bit of a gap now and again, and almost as though it's easier to drive with a bit more visibility and not a car right in front of you. Not too long after that gap will close. Base boosted waterfall for sure. Yeah, I had to change that camera quick. Oh no! That guardrail hit could have been a lot worse, but close, and it always sort of makes you check yourself mentally as well. So it can take you out of the zone, and that may be all that it takes to lose your spot here. The 11 just had a little guardrail tap as well, though. Go. Finishing it off. That was pretty quick, but I think I know how that one is going to roll. We'll check in with Mick and see what the outcome was.
Good race, man.
Man, oh man, what a run.
Indeed.
Good race.
Oh my gosh, Kame, I've got to check your stream because I don't even know how in the world to call that. My cameras are kind of being a pain, so I'm not... Man, that one goes to Naraku, not by much, but
What? No.
my God, that was close.
Dude, he had me the entire time.
Man, but
He
it
was
was
on me.
just at the end, you had like almost 2 car lengths on him, at least from what I can see. If not, I mind if you want to contest. I'm more than happy to jump out, review, actually get my cameras right, and look at this. That is such a hard call.
Personally, I would give it to him because he was on me the whole time.
Oh man,
It was definitely fun though.
It was very
God, that is
close.
such a hard call.
It was very close.
God, I'm gonna jump out and check the replays because I don't even know how to call that.
That's fair. That is fair. We'll give it the due diligence here. That was a great photo finish for this series.
The pace was pretty fast
Yeah, you
than
guys
what
are
I'm used
rolling.
to.
Come on, replay. Anytime now.
What a battle. Oh man. Oh yeah.
All right.
We've always got the right mindset about the stuff that we put together. Not getting too in our heads about it. Ultimately, it's all in good fun, but we try to be as fair as we can here.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Oh man, I just.
Are we gonna have to send him one more time?
I think we might. It is so hard to call.
I don't think that the fans are gonna have any problem with that. How are you guys feeling? Is that too much to ask?
I'm good. Let me just get some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to do a second run, we will definitely do a second run. That was crazy close.
That was. I mean, at this point, if it's not a second run, we're going to have to move straight into one of 3 things: arm wrestling, foot races, or knife fighting. I mean, we've got to we've got to settle this somehow. So one more time.
Let me get my bearings together.
Yeah, take your time. Take all the time you need.
Yep, we'll just flip flop it. So Naraku, you led. So mine, you'll lead next
Yeah, if need be.
for the
I
second
can-
battle. Man, oh man. Just trying to jump back in the server now.
Right.
I'm good.
Okay.
Chat says the cappuccino is looking like iced decaf. Have you seen that thing? It's like 3-wheeling right now. It spawned in with a wheel all messed up.
On my race against Dell, it was in the middle of the road, and I had to ask Mick to tell her to move.
I don't understand why my camera is doing this. Oh no, what did I just do? Okay.
Alright, well I'm going to get out of voice so that you guys can get in your
Yep.
zones here. But we'll be watching. Start whenever you're ready. Alright, so now I can ramble on as I am wont to do. It's 4 a.m. I can help you out. when I run Assetto Corsa Online, I did not have any servers on the list, so odds are you need to check for your filters. There is probably a filter that has a slash through it that says like missing. There's also ones for full and empty. Those are filters where you can essentially hide any server that you don't already have all the cars and the track that you need to join. By default, that is a filter that's on, and then you end up being able to see a lot more servers, and then you can look at what they're running and go figure out where to download all that stuff. So I actually have a video on that. It is, the thumbnail is called like top 5 fixes, but it's a list of common things, or no, sorry, it's where to find servers. So I have a video on that as well. Basically just says find the best drift servers, or where to find drift servers. The driver who gets tired first loses. We try not to do that, but in this case it might be the case. Here we go. And yeah, if you guys are in the Discord, you can see some pics of JT Pro's Crazy Cappuccino in KT AC General, rather. Alex, I am running triple 32-inch curved 1440p monitors. Big fan. Alright, so we've now got the Fair Lady out front, with the Levin giving chase. Carrying, ooh, too much speed, and getting very lucky right there, because there's not any map until the end of that parking area. If he had been even a hair faster, that would have for sure been a KO. But that just goes to show you that both of these drivers are pushing each other to the limits, to the point that they are making some mistakes, which is great. I mean, even for them, because you know what they say, it's lonely at the top, and the better of a driver you become, or the better in anything that you become, the less comrades you have in a way that can really make you give it your all. So it's pretty awesome to see these two drive. The 8.6 is still right there. Right there, very close. As we come through the first tunnel on FUJIMI KAIDO. We're right on board with Naraku, our 11 driver. Oh wow, pretty solid apex through there. That's going to open up a bit of a gap. As we go through our first hairpin. And our second. Looks like the Z is opening up a gap. The question is, can he keep it together? That was definitely a drift entry with the rear wheels locked up, it looked like. I suspect that both of these drivers ultimately favor a tune where if you push a little too hard, the car has just slight oversteer. It looks that way. For that first battle, I don't think I could have called it either. Usually we see a little bit more definitive difference between our lead and chase cars after 4.5 minutes of driving. But this time it looks like the 240Z is going to open up that gap and keep it open to round out the KameTrick Touge Challenge here at FUJIMI KAIDO. There you have it. Meanwhile, we've got the cappuccino, which looks like it's got a little bit of a sway bar issue going on there. Well done, gentlemen.
Mine is our FUJIMI KAIDO winner.
Making me run
In
at
the two
way faster pace.
Yeah,
Man,
that was great.
wild.
Well done.
Very good run.
We're gonna
It's
play.
an honor, Mike. An honor.
What was that?
So I'm
It
gonna
was.
play my little jingle. Congratulations. Well done, Mind. Indeed.
Oh man. Alrighty. Well, with that done, onward to the festivities.
Yes, indeed. So for those of you who are watching, we are not done with the stream. We're going to do a couple of goofy runs here, and so you're welcome to keep enjoying that. We're going to send all the cars down the mountain for all the drivers who still have the ability to hang out with us. But before we do that, I'll just take a second and let Mick tee up our next event or share any other information. And of course, I want to thank you guys for watching this far. If you haven't already, hit like if you enjoyed it, and you're not subscribed, please do consider that. We have plenty of Touge content on the channel in between all the regular drifting content. I think our next battle is Ito Hazuka?
Irohazaka is September 19th.
There it is, September 19th. So, oof, that is what we've
Roughly a
got.
month.
I have no idea what's up with that cappuccino. So, do look forward to that battle. It will be live streamed here on YouTube as well, and I live stream every Friday from 9 to midnight Central Time. And this is just a harbinger of what's to come, because things are going to get all rowdy. So, I think they're trying to fix the cappuccino because its suspension loaded in all tweaked. But I suppose that's that. I'll bounce into... oof. I will bounce.
I'm going to drag us all up into the main chat.
Yeah, I'll bounce into Grid, and we'll have everybody on, and we will go party.
I made
Alrighty.
just tall.
You can see that double match.
Well done, guys. What a good time. Thank you all for coming out.
Oh, that was busted.
Off-road cappuccino time.
Come back here.
It's so tall now. It's taller.
You guys aren't going to teleport back to pit so we can all send it at once?
I'm just loading back in now.
Right on. We've got to do the all cars. Actually, I'm with you on that, Mick. I'm going to load back in as well, just so that I can make sure I have a clean replay for this.
Now I got the stance build Miata.
Oh, you gotta use that on the way downhill.
That's
Oh,
right.
wow.
Well, my semi-stance build it doesn't have all the camber, but it has the it is slammed.
Sweet.
See if we cannot get set up to get a clean replay of this.
You drop my ride height dramatically.
It's got it's got an understeer everywhere. I can see it now.
There we go.
You're probably going to do a barrel roll the first turn.
I've been trying that. That's why I was hitting him. I was trying to get him to roll it over.
Oh man.
But the cart just kept on staying to the ground. I was so upset.
Trying to get those Shingo points.
You also got. Oh my god, this thing actually isn't too bad.
You doing group runs now?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
running now.
Yeah, we're just getting set up.
I'm in the haze if this actually handles better.
Where should we park up for it?
I would just use the teleport locations just so we don't have to work very hard.
Yeah, Shadow and I are back up a bit, but
Shall we try and hold on? Since I see you guys behind me, let me squeeze in the middle here.
oh man, do 3 wide starts.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, you dudes.
Hold on, Shadow. Go more to the wall. Go more to the wall, so we can get the cappuccino in there.
Oh my god. Well,
Hold
I
on.
don't even know what this looks like. I know I've got JT in my door. I see his mirror in my door.
Alright, we gotta start soon though, because I'm gonna run out of gas.
Oh, there's Jaeger.
Oh yeah.
Jaeger, hurry up.
Oh, I just joined.
Oh, you can just lead if you want.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I
Yeah.
glove?
Yeah,
There we go.
it's-
Oh my god, you're behind me.
All of us are. Yes.
Wait. Yeah, let's hit it.
that's gonna-
Alright, here we go. On 3, on 2, and on 1, go.
Oh,
Oh god.
Shingo points are available in this round.
2 for 1.
Oh my god.
There's 1 Shingo point for me.
Lack of suspension makes my car just absolutely spin whenever it crashes. It just Beyblades.
Beyblades? Oh my god, that's so good.
And all the mass within the wheelbase would just spin so fast.
Well, Kame, if we ever need screenshots for anything, we'll get a lot of them in this run.
Yep.
I actually got a few decent screenshots. I was in free cam the whole time through
Nice.
Yeah, me too. I got some. If you look in if you look in general chat, you'll see some really good screenshots.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah,
shoot,
I saw-
Naraku, I'm sorry.
I saw the slam.
I
Get
think
out of my way.
he caught something, and it was not just an L. Unfortunately, he caught a whole lot of Solidity.
Uh-oh. I just got a warning. Next
Oh, sorry.
contact will end up in punishment. Don't hit me.
Oh no.
Don't hit me again. I've run out of Shingo points to use.
Understeering.
You thought you were earning Shingo points, but you were actually using them up.
You are earning ban points.
Hello.
I got the Van Hammer points.
Oh, Kame is behind me.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Ah, nope. Mistakes were made.
Hello there.
We're like twin drifting that turn, dude.
Oh no!
No, thanks.
Oh, rip.
Oh, dang it. Just barely caught the guardrail.
I don't think the 5 degrees of camber I have are helping.
I'm not saying the 5 degrees of caster that I have on this are helping.
Too slow there.
Oh, I went for the initial deep pass. Let's go. I can feel Takemi embracing me for that pass.
So are we doing bus races?
Yes.
On FUJIMI KAIDO.
We should.
I have a screenshot of me on FUJIMI KAIDO with a motorhome that I downloaded. I tried downloading it. I tried drifting it on here, and I Austin powered myself pretty hard when I tried to drift it. I squeezed
race
it.
on your Hosaka. That's where you gotta do them to 0, huh?
Yeah. But that's where we were doing the semis.
Oh, locked him up. Well done, Jaeger. Holding me off the entire track.
Man, you stuck close to me.
Did my best. Oh, that was great.
Sure was.
Alright, time to fix my wheel rates. Maybe I'll be able to drive.
Are we doing another one?
It's kind of a pipe dream, though.
JT, is your car like actually glitched, or were you just goofing with it?
No, I was just messing with it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just breaking the suspension. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to bounce. I'm being summoned elsewhere to do things around the house that are
Ah,
not
yes.
nearly as fun as driving cars. But
No.
I'm glad everybody could make it out today. I'm glad everybody had a good time. And to anybody in chat, stream chat, we do have some spots open. We have had a couple people drop as of late. So we do have a couple primary driver slots, which means you get your own car. Supposing you can put down a fast enough time and defend it, it would be yours. We also have backup drivers slots open. So maybe for somebody that can't make it to every race, but you can make it every once in a while and fill in for somebody else who had to drop. So we do have backup spots open. We have primary spots open. So either hit up the AC Touge chat in the Kame Discord or DM me. I'm usually always online, so you should be able to find me in the people list. Yeah, hope viewers had fun watching. I know everybody who participated had a pretty dang good time, so and with that, I am out. I will catch you guys later.
Very good. Thank you for all your help with organizing and then gridding this crazy circus.
Comes with the territory.
Right,
I
right.
sent Shingo Kame behind me.
Oh no, how did you know?
I hit F1.
Snap.
I'm at F11. I turned on the rear view camera. Duct tape deathmatch?
Oh god.
I've got a Fanatec, I would actually hurt myself. I can't do it.
Exactly.
It's okay, I got a G29. I would blow a blood vessel.
Yeah. I'll break my wrist, you'll have a heart attack. Who wins here?
Quick disconnect wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least it's nicely packaged in duct tape.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
You
We're
remember
not
what happened the
Touge
last time you
rules
said
anymore.
that? I can't do a blind attack if it's daylight, can I?
No. I don't have to edit another clip
sorry.
of you trying to blind to attack me.
Yeah, blind otaku. There we go.
Yes.
Blind to otaku.
Uh-oh. I don't know how you survived that Jaeger.
I wish I had runs as good when I'm actually racing.
Reverse entry!
Oh no! This is that part of the anime where we actually call out the super moves before we do them.
Oh man, I didn't do super late breaking! If only this car could actually hold a reverse entry.
That would be rad.
Because I was clutch kicking it as hard as I could to try and give power.
Yeah, power is not something that we make at these cars.
You know?
Yeah. We don't do that here.
Exactly.
What is this thing you call power?
So great. When I turn left,
Ah.
my driver's head goes back inside the car, but when I turn right, his head just pops out more.
Cappuccino problems.
Yeah.
It's like I want a key card, but then I remember I'm 6 foot tall, and that's not gonna happen.
Same.
Well, I guess I'm going to bounce too.
I'm 6'2", so a cappuccino is a big no.
These are the benefits of being 5'8".
You said you're out of here, Jaeger?
Yeah, I'll leave him. I'll catch you all next time.
Right on, dude.
Have fun. Bye.
Thanks for coming out. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit as well. It's almost dinner time for me.
Oh, okay. That
Really?
time
Wow.
zone.
Yeah, that time zone.
Oh yeah.
I'm down to give it one more if anybody wants to. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we will.
I mean, I'll stay around for one more run.
All right.
I'll stay till the end.
All right. Let's line it up. I want to start him back.
Back up there, cappuccino boy.
Oh,
Oh.
What's crazy is I binned that twice and I still had a decent time.
very nice. All right, guys. We got 4 drivers for our final send-off. I want to thank all our viewers for hanging out with us. Appreciate y'all. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh my god. That was really weird. Oh, what is going on? Oh no. Following this.
Oh, I'm keeping it.
I don't know how I haven't crashed into you.
You did crash into me a little bit. You got me
I did?
sideways.
Oh.
Alright.
You got me sideways, but I was able to keep it together.
You're just like clipping through the walls for me.
I don't have the greatest ping on this server, so. So you gotta let the slow boy up first because he's gotta defend as much as he can.
Oh, Christ.
Just makes good watching.
Aha, I use both. It's super effective.
Nice line.
Oop. I tried going into second while I was doing that. Instead, I just clutch kicked it.
No, no.
I'm not letting two 180s get by me. You're staying behind me.
In due time. In due time.
In due time. But I'm not letting it happen 2 in a row.
Yeah, not in the same turn.
I gotta show my fighting spirit.
There you go. I wasn't sure I'd make it by you, actually.
Just wait until just wait until my Mark II starts sprouting wings.
Oh no!
Well, so much for that. I get to try and pass you guys again because I took flight there. That's alright. The people want to see passes.
Why do I think my lightly slam tune I just did as a joke might actually be faster than the tune I use for my runs?
I mean, low center mass.
Oop,
Oh,
my bad. There, I saved you a little bit.
Alright, cool.
But I'm gonna take that spot back. No, I left my...
Nope.
Oh.
Oh no!
That happened again.
Oh my god. This tune is so bad.
There's that Touge drifting that you guys came to see.
This tune has 4 degrees of camber, like front and rear. Like 4 in the front, 5 in the rear for some reason. It's so rough.
That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah. This isn't the one I used for the run though, luckily. Because that was so much worse.
I see you going for that inside.
I'm down. Oh, I totally misread that.
He says I'm down as he eats himself into the wall.
Welcome to Yeatenheim.
Holy smokes! You were going ham into that corner.
We're going for it. Okay. God, we're probably both gonna crash now.
Freaking, oh no!
Oh man, very nice. Very nice.
I'll be honest, I didn't think I was gonna make it on that last corner.
I was trying to give you extra room, so I probably went a little slow. Oh, that was fun.
Whew. Man, that was a lot of fun.
That was. That was.
I gotta see if this is actually faster.
Alright, well done, guys. I'm going to bounce out of voice and wrap the chat up, wrap the stream up. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. Awesome time. We will see you next time.
Thanks for hosting.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
My pleasure. Appreciate you guys.
Can't wait to crash on the Irihara.
Oh, dude. We're going to see if any of us even make it down that track. That's going to be excellent.
No.
That's gonna be chaos.
Alright, folks. That wraps up the KameTrick Touge Challenge FUJIMI KAIDO stage. If you're interested in seeing more Touge content, do check the playlist. I have a Touge playlist for that. So we've got a Haruna grid run with other cars. It was sort of the precursor event where we tried this out. Then we have Akagi and Akina with these cars and these drivers who you've just been watching today, myself as well. So it's a pretty good time. And like I said, and Mick said as well, I believe the 19th, but mid-September, we are having our next competition at Itohazuka. So I hope that you guys will join us again there. We have been enjoying up to 80 viewers, and we've got way more likes and viewers now as people have come and gone, so it's awesome. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. I live stream every Friday from 9 p.m. until midnight Central Time, so if you want to come along and enjoy some drift content, that is the place to find it. And you'll see stuff like this, where I've got my IRL 240, as well as the Assetto Corsa content as we drift around in Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas. I make it out to Virginia and Cali occasionally, and even Japan, where I used to live. So, oh yeah, and I do stuff with FD from time to time as well. So yeah, thank you guys for checking it out. We'll see you next time. Peace!